Hey everyone, it's Kevin Lit. Check out that nice calm water. I'm going to do a sunset boat ride. Got my boat tied up here at the Salton Sea. Normally when the weather is likely to get rough, I pull it more ashore, but not likely to get heavy winds this time of year. Yeah. Some people take their girlfriend or boyfriend out. I take my boat out. I don't have to give my boat flowers or anything. We just got to charge the battery for the motor and otherwise maintain her. So she does require maintenance, but let's take the boat out. So, shove her out here, man. I am definitely not tying up. When I come in later on this spot, I'm going down that way because the mud is really bad here. So, shove her out here. Getting in a little bit deeper water. All right, it's about deep enough I can climb aboard, push with the paddle. And then after that, I can then drop the prop and start using the motor. All right. So here we go. Keep pushing off a little bit more. Salton Sea is just getting ridiculously shallow. It's sad. And a little bit more. Still like just under 2 feet deep, not even that. No, it's more like a foot, just barely over a foot deep. It's getting deeper there. Push out a little bit more, and we're off. Sounds like I'm announcing a horse race, but no, just here on my boat. Friday night, let's get turned around here. Actually, I gotta turn way around. Camera's facing that way. A little bit more. Okay, Friday night, the moon will be rising over the water, and if it's calm, I'll definitely be out for that and filming it. But let's cruise up and down the shore. Actually, before the sunset. Yeah, look at that. It kind of went away, which is a good thing. I don't mind boating in them, but you don't want to swim when there's an algae bloom. Algae blooms are harmful, but some of them are, so it's best to avoid. Other than that, it is generally safe to swim in the Salton Sea. Always awesome and amazing alliteration. Here we go. And he boated off into the sunset on the Salton Sea. Whee! I've been out here in the boat. Got back just in time this evening. Here we are. Let's switch cameras here in a moment. Show the moon. See if I can do this. I'm using the DJI app, and hopefully it's still rolling. Yeah, it's still rolling on that camera. Let's do a wide angle. Check out that moon. And as I was saying moments ago, that moon will be rising around here around 7 something on Friday during the official full moon. Meanwhile, enjoy the moon and its reflection. But it's really surreal when it's almost dark out, or even if it's like a half hour, 45 minutes after sunset, and watching that moon just rise up over the water, and it does a really long reflection and all. It's fucking amazing. Say hi to the other camera. DJI Osmo Action 5. It's like DJI's version of the GoPro. All right, let's touch back to the other camera. And yeah, here we have it. Do the usual spin around. Show you the moon on this camera as well. Hopefully you can see it in there. You can probably at least see the reflection. And like I said, until it gets a little darker to the west, unless there were clouds, I like heading east because you get these nice gradient of colors. But yeah, Thursday night I'm doing an evening photo shoot away from here. But Friday I'll be around. I'll be out here at sunset and at twilight and a little bit into the nighttime. And I'm gonna film and shoot that moonrise and over the Salton Sea. Full moon is right around Friday. Whatever the official date is, the day before and the day after, it looks pretty damn full unless you're some NASA scientist or high-end astronomer. Gotta wait for the full moon. And then about 4 or 5 days after the full moon, the moon will start rising later and I can get back to doing some more Milky Way photography. Meanwhile, just enjoy cruising on the boat here on the Salton Sea. And yeah, this time of year, it gets, like it was fairly, I was away in San Diego doing real estate shoots, but watching my website, and it was down to like 10 to 15% humidity, but then always beginning a couple hours before sunset, it gets humid as fuck. Now there's a nice breeze. Obviously you can't see that on camera, but yeah. Goes around this way so you can see the blues and the maroons and all that, plus the moon. And then we'll cruise back to the sunset. And there you have it. So it's finally a lot clearer. I did some photography last night and the night before. I didn't publish all of it because from wildfires and whatnot that are like anywhere from 50 to 100, 200 miles from here, it was so hazy you could not see these mountains. Like it was that hazy. But here we are. A little bit of wake caused by my boat, but it feels good. You can see a little bit of color in those clouds. Here I am, boating on the Salton Sea. I'm debating, I might take a dip in it a little bit here before it gets too dark. Now there was the algae bloom, I think, and there's a lot of boatman bugs. You can't see those on the camera, so I'm gonna wait till Friday. Friday or Saturday. Friday I'm definitely gonna shoot the moonrise. Saturday or Sunday, I will go swimming in the Salton Sea again. Nice clouds out here, and like I said, a lot of times I am the only boat out on this lake. On the amazing Salton Sea. I'm gonna pause the video for a bit. I'm gonna zoom in a bit and get closer to the shore, and then we can cruise by the art installation, so stay tuned. Check out that moon. And as I was saying moments ago, that moon will be rising around here around 7 something on Friday during the official full moon. Meanwhile, enjoy the moon and its reflection. But it's really surreal when it's almost dark out, or even if it's like a half hour, 45 minutes after sunset, and watching that moon just rise up over the water, and it does a really long reflection and all. It's fucking amazing. Say hi to the other camera. DJI Osmo Action 5. It's like DJI's version of the GoPro. All right, let's touch back to the other camera. Okay, nice moon. And like I said earlier, it'll be full on Friday. So let's get turned around and check out some of the art. All right, water's still fairly calm, which is a good thing. And a moment here, we're gonna be cruising past the tetrahedron. That's a fun word. And like I've said in previous videos, that thing used to be out in the water. It used to be deep enough that I could take my boat out to it. Obviously not anymore. It's inland about, I wanna say about 100 feet. We'll go past some of the other art here. You can see there's a few colors remaining in the afterglow of the sunset. here. You can see my camp. I'll have to see how well I can zoom this in post-production, but you should be able to see the pirate ship in the background, the town, the cell and communications tower, and we'll be coming up upon some of the other art here in a moment. Another nice night. It was a scorcher today. It got up to like 116, 117. I'll have to check my weather station, find out the exact high temperature. But it's still starting to cool down nicely at night. The only problem is for like a couple hours after sunset, it does get a little humid. But I'm out here on the boat with a little bit of a breeze, so it's not too bad. Just like the last several nights, this really nice afterglow. Just these kind of very gentle, like sunbeams, rays of colors and all that. I love it. And the water's still relatively calm. And yeah, you ever visit here and I happen to be in town, not working that day, and the water's calm, I could take you for a boat ride. The key being the water's got to be relatively calm, otherwise just asking for trouble being out here in a small boat. Generally, the current will blow you ashore, but every so often it switches directions and it'll blow you west, sometimes east. Most of the time it blows ashore, but sometimes the currents have stolen my boat, broken it free, broken the rope, and it's ended up 8 miles west of here. Anyways, let you enjoy the scenery for a bit. It's gonna go, oh, no, it doesn't like that when I go too fast. I think the battery's overheating, so I gotta reset it, turn it, power it down for a moment, fire it back up. Off again for a moment. I mean, if this motor's dead, I'm only in like less than 3 feet of water, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, it's taking a little longer to reset. Okay. Just gotta avoid giving it full throttle. Here we go. Pretty soon we're going behind the backside of the Judith fish. It's that fish skeleton thingy. And then the diving board. You heard that right? Diving board. It's a diving board out in. When the time they put it in, it was in like maybe 2.5 feet of water. Now the water level's gone down at least a foot, so now it's only in like 1.5 feet or so of water. So that will eventually have to be moved too. Just shut down again. Doesn't like when I do full throttle. I'm gonna have to check. Maybe there's a short in the motor itself, and that's causing the battery to shut down. Alright, fire it back up. Nope, not yet. Let's try it again. Alright, cool down for a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some work on this. Definitely not take this boat out too far. Give it another moment to reset. Just kind of cruising around here. Okay, just keep it on about 70% power. Can't go above that until I figure out what's going on with the battery pack. It's fully charged, it's lithium battery. It's probably the battery management system's either detecting a short, maybe salt water has gotten inside the motor and it's slowly. Gonna have to look into that this weekend. Check out my arenas. It's not getting too dark. Let's see what's going on here. Oh. Alright, let's go back that way. Oh yeah, not too bad yet. It was just a display on my phone dimming. Gotta reset this. Yeah, I really gotta look at there's something going on with the motor. Keep it off for a moment, of course, and then I'm gonna bust a U. And I'll probably bring it to shore not too much longer after that. Alright, turn it off for a little bit more. This kind of sucks. It's either a small short in the motor, more than likely, and that's... No, it's actually gotta be the battery, because I have a circuit breaker on this, so something's going on with the lithium battery pack. Maybe it's just too hot for it. Because it's triggering what's called the BMS, the battery management system, but not the motor. But on that note, we get a little bit closer to the diving board. You can see it lit up. And then I'm probably going to conclude this video. Oh, yeah, it just died again, so I'll turn that off. Anyways, you can see the diving board in the back. Get this turned around. And yeah, I'm gonna conclude this video because we're having some equipment trouble with the motor, more likely the battery. But thanks for watching. Kevin Litt in Bombay Beach.